my name is Wenlin, and today's class is called Strong, Soft, Supple. It's a three-step approach to movement in which we build strong foundations, move to soften through the skin, and add a little bit of fluidity in the movement. And we'll start off with today's class in a seated position. Peeling the flesh off the sit bones. Rolling the shoulders back a couple of times. Place the backs of the palms on top of the knees and just closing the eyes. See if you can visualize from the crown of the head a string, keeping the spine light and lifted. Allowing your body to stack, your entire spine stacked from the crown of the head all the way to your sit bones. I'm just staying here, feeling light and buoyant, lungs lifted. And start to focus on the breath. Today we deepen the breath using three-part breathing. Start to place the left palm on top of the heart and the right palm on the lower part of your abdomen, where you feel might be the belly, but it's actually the intestines. With each inhale, start to feel this part lower belly rise, the mid-chest, and then the rib cage all the way up. And as you exhale, slowly the chest deflates, the mid-ribs and the belly deflates. With each inhale, visualizing the lower belly expand, then the mid-belly and the chest, the rib cage. With each exhale, gently, the breath flows out from the top like a flask, gently emptying all the contents. Inhaling, the flask filling in from the bottom, filling up all the way to the brim. And with each exhale, gently, the water spills away. Continue to deepen the breath, connecting with the breath. See if you can notice any thoughts that start to float into the mind. And just observe them, just bearing witness to them. 2 more full inhalations and exhalations here. And with the next inhalation, gently opening the eyes. Great. We're going to come into tabletop position. We're going to start off with marauding back and start to shake the tail of the dog, left and right, maybe front and back, moving the spine. And then maybe circling the spine, circling the other way around. And now it gets interesting. Start to see if you like to bend the elbows, coming low, rolling the shoulders back, leaning back, feeling and twisting in your body. Noticing where in your body needs a little bit more love and moving to where you feel needs that extra twist, that extra sensation. 2 more full inhalations and exhalations here in marauding back. And very slowly and gently coming into tabletop position. Nice work. We're going to tuck the toes under, building a strong core. Bringing the legs close together. Squeezing the thighs together. Tucking the toes under, pressing down firmly through the thighs. We're going to lift the knees 1 inch off the mat. Staying here, working with the breath. Squeezing the legs together, engaging the core. Just 1 more full inhalation and exhalation here. Inhaling and exhaling, knee comes down. Great work, just 2 more sets here. Pressing down firmly through the palms again. Squeezing the legs together, lifting the knee 1 inch off the mat. One more full inhalation and exhalation here. Inhaling, exhaling, knee comes down. Great work. Just one last one, the strongest one. Once again, spreading the fingertips super wide, knees on the mat, squeezing the thighs together, pressing and lifting the knees 1 inch off the mat. Staying here, working with the breath, breathing in deeply through the nose and out deeply through the nose. Start to feel the thighs quivering. Still here. One last full inhalation and exhalation here. Inhaling, engaging, squeezing. Start to press the belly close towards the thighs, sticking the butt up towards the sky. Staying here and slowly straightening the legs out. You can start to walk the feet hip distance apart, lifting one heel at a time, walking your dog. Adding a little bit of locomotion into the spine, into the body. And then coming into a still here. Eye gaze towards the sky. Working with the breath. Opening the chest, the heart, the shoulders. One more breath. Slowly walking the feet towards the palms, towards the front of the mat. Feet are parallel, grabbing the elbows. Releasing the neck and the skull. You can shake your head no, you can nod your head yes in this ragdoll position. Start to allow the belly to come close towards the thighs. If your knees are bent, you can slowly straighten them to intensify the stretch in your hamstrings, the muscles that wrap around the backs of your thighs. One more breath here. Releasing the arms, we roll up the spine, pressing down firmly through the feet. Allowing each joint to move and release. Rolling the shoulders back a couple of times. Coming to the front of the mat. There are two options. Either grabbing the elbows as such. So remembering if you keep the right palm on top like this, later when we do the other side, changing sides. Or alternatively, you can also choose reverse prayer. So the purpose of this pose is really just to open the chest. Remember the sensation of the shoulder blades coming together like this. Yeah, so having the elbows close together or reverse prayer. And for those of you who choose reverse prayer, continue to press the palms and open the chest like this. Yeah. Dropping the shoulders down. I'm gonna choose grabbing the elbows, coming to the front of the mat. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, fold forward. Notice if you can build strong foundations here without the arms helping you in this Uttanasana. Inhaling, halfway lift, heart rises. See if you can lengthen through the spine, root through the heels, even the balls of the feet. Exhale, folding. Again, inhale, spine lengthening. Exhale, folding. One last time, inhale, spine lengthening. And exhale, folding to your deepest. Without arms to help, can you shift the weight towards the toes? Feel like you want to lift the heels off the mat almost. Straightening the legs, one more breath. Inhale, just a little, lifting the heart. We're going to bend through the knees and take a huge step back towards with your right foot. Stabilizing through the pose. We're going to draw the leg into the socket, strengthening, straightening the front leg. Squaring the hips, both hips face forward. And as you exhale, bend through the front knee. High lunge position without the arms. Staying here, squaring the hips, straightening the back knee. Back heel is right on top of where the ball of the feet is. One more breath here. And then exhale, ground down to the back foot. Opening it up 45 degrees, Warrior I. Again, straighten the front leg, squaring the hips. And as you exhale, press down firmly to the outside of the back arch of the foot. And bend through the front knee. Warrior I. Feel the engagement squeezing in off the right butt cheek. Bending of the left knee towards the little toe. One more breath. And then exhaling, opening up. Warrior II, facing towards the windows. Here I am. Allow the left knee to point towards the little toe. The left heel to intersect the arch of the back foot, just checking. Making sure you have the right alignment. Staying here with each inhale, drawing the leg into the socket. With each exhale, bending into the front knee. Eye gaze over your left shoulder as if you're looking over your left index fingers here. Spine is completely in the middle of the body. One more breath. Inhale, straightening the front leg. The body faces in the same direction as the back foot. And we're going to move into Trikonasana pose. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, sling forward with your left shoulder. And start to come low. Opening the chest. Peeling the chest towards the sky. Pressing down firmly through the front and the back foot. Squeezing the calves, engaging, building strong foundations, opening the chest. Unassisted Trikonasana. One more full inhale and exhale, leaning back. Take a sip, open the heart. Inhale, coming back all the way. Great work. And now we're going to turn the feet parallel, facing towards the side. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, fold. Hinge from the hips, fold forward. Allow the head to come close towards the ground. Maybe eye gaze beyond your legs, behind you. With each inhale, lengthen halfway lift, engaging the calf muscles. Exhaling, folding forward. See if you can melt the chest, open the heart. One more full inhale, working with the strength of your legs, and exhale, melting deep. One more breath here. Slowly shifting the weight towards the front of the feet, squeezing the legs, inhaling the strength of the legs, rising up. Great work. Now we kind of turn to face forward. Left foot faces forward, taking a short step forward with your right foot. Past Konasana. Inhale, spine lengthens. Right foot turns out about 45 degrees. Spine lengthening and exhale, folding forward. Leading with the heart, allowing the chest to melt over the left thigh. Eye gaze forward beyond your big toe. With each inhale, spine lengthens. With each exhale, melt and descend. One more breath here. Very slowly releasing the palms by the side of the foot, bending through the front knee. We're going to step back into plank pose. 3 deep breaths in plank pose. Removing any blocks or any objects in your way. Staying here, working with the breath. One more full inhalation and exhalation here. Knees come down. Toes are still tucked under. We're going to shift the weight forward. Shoulders come over the wrist. And we move into half push-up. Squeezing the arms close towards the body. Bending the elbows. Lifting the chest. Leaning forward. Staying here. 1 inch off the mat. And exhale, coming down. Great work. Rolling the shoulders back. Inhale, coming up. Baby cobra. Toes are still on the mat. Press back, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths in downward facing dog. Working with the body. Spine lengthens. Tailbone points up towards the sky. One more breath. Eye gaze forward. Stepping forward towards the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up all the way to the sky. Palms come towards the heart center, Samastitihi. And let's move to the left side. So just now if you had your right arm on the top, now we're going to change so it's the funny side. We're going to have the left side on the top here. Inhale, spine lengthens. Into Tadasana pose with the bound arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, heart rises. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Two more times. Inhale, heart rises in Uttanasana. And exhaling, fold. One last time. Inhale, heart rises, Uttanasana. Exhale, fold to your deepest on this side. Melting the belly, shifting the weight towards the balls of the feet. Feel like you can float the heels off the mat, keeping the legs straight. One more breath. Slowly inhale, halfway lift. Keep a slight bend in the knees, it will help to stabilize the pose. Shifting the weight towards your right foot. Take a huge step back with the left foot this time. And we're going to square the hips forward. Inhale, drawing the leg into the socket, straightening the front knee. Exhale, bend through the right knee. Straightening the back knee. Can push off so that your left heel is right on top of where the ball of the foot is. Making sure both hips are squared facing forward. Working here in high lunge. One more full inhalation and exhalation here. Moving to your deepest. With the next exhalation, grounding down to the back foot, turning it out 45 degrees. Warrior I. Straightening the front leg, squaring the hips, pressing down firmly through the outside of the back foot. And exhaling, bending through the front knee. Feel the sense of engagement in the arch of the back foot and in the butt cheek of your right thigh. Staying here, working the breath. Full inhalation and exhalation, moving to your deepest. With the next breath, opening up. Warrior II. Turning the back foot so it faces towards the front and the front heel intersects the arch of the back foot. Once again, inhale, drawing the leg into the socket, and exhale, opening up. Just notice all these very subtle alignment cues and all the differences between each of the asanas. And notice how removing the arms allows you to pay more attention to the legs, building a strong foundation. Eye gaze over your right shoulder as if your fingertips move forward and the spine is right in the middle of the body. One more full inhalation and exhalation, moving to your deepest. Slowly straightening the front leg, hips face forward. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, slinking with your right shoulder, Trikonasana. Peeling and opening the heart towards the sky. Leaning back. Pressing down firmly through the front foot and the arch of the back foot. Staying here, working with the breath. One more full inhalation, exhalation, moving to your deepest. Inhaling, coming up all the way. Great work. Now we turn the feet parallel. Both index toes face forward towards the front of the room. Spine lengthens. Scoop the belly in first. Tailbone points down. And exhale, start to lead with the heart. Fold from the hips. Shifting the weight towards the balls of your feet. Inhale, spine lengthens, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Maybe the head comes close towards the mat, maybe not. And just working with the breath. The more you straighten the legs and the more you shift towards the balls of the feet, the more intense stretch you will feel in your hamstrings, in your calf muscles. One more full inhalation and exhalation, moving to your deepest. Inhaling, shifting the weight forward towards the front of the feet. Coming up with the strength of your calves. Great work. Turning the right foot to face forward. Taking a small step forward with your left foot. Squaring the hips a couple of times. And grounding down through the outside of the back foot. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, pass Volkanasana on the right side. Working with the body. With each inhale, spine lengthening. With each exhale, folding. Staying here. Working with the breath. With the belly, with the spine. One more full inhale and exhaling. Gently bending through the front knee, palms come down onto the mat. Step back into plank pose. 3 deep breaths in plank, engaging the core, squeezing the legs together. Full inhalation and exhalation here. With the next exhalation, knees come down into the mat. We move into half push-up, shifting the shoulders forward, squeezing elbows together, bend the elbows. Allow the body to tip forward, almost all the way. This time try floating the knees 1 inch off the mat, and exhale coming down. Roll the shoulders back, palms come towards the side of the body. Inhale coming up, low baby cobra. See if you can float the palms off the mat this time. Full inhalation and the exhalation here. Palms ground down, push back, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths in downward facing dog. Tailbone points up towards the sky. Feel the strong alignment in the body. Feel the shoulder blades open. One more breath. With the next inhalation, eye gaze forward. Stepping forward towards the front of the mat. Exhaling, softening through the skin. And inhaling, rising up all the way to the sky. Palms come together in heart center, stomach CT. And to soften through the skin. So now we have our arms back. Inhale, arms reach up all the way to the sky. Feel the strength, rootedness, and the freedom with the palms. Exhale, swan dive. Use the arms to help you to swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift, heart rises. Use the palms to help you press up away from the ground. Exhale, huge step back with the right foot. Notice how much easier it is this time with the palms, right? Coming light on the fingertips, yeah. Grounding down to the feet, rising up, sweeping the arms up, high lunge with the arms. Staying here. Second time we're doing it, it should feel a lot easier. One more breath, inhale, strengthening. Exhale, softening through the skin, feel the chest open. Exhaling, grounding down, Warrior I. Ground down through the back foot. Staying here, working with the breath. Very slowly, opening up, Warrior II. Start to open the arms first and then pronate the forearms. This will help to engage your muscles, biceps and triceps here, and the forearm muscles. Eye gaze over your index fingers. One more breath. And very slowly, we're going to straighten the front leg. Moving into Trikonasana, sliding forward along the plane. Allowing the left palm to come light on the calf muscles, eye gaze towards the sky. Leaning back, staying here, working the breath. One more inhalation and exhalation here. Inhaling, rising up with the strength of the body. We're going to turn to face this way. Inhale, spine lengthens, palms come towards the hips. And exhale, fold forward. Wide-legged forward fold, this time with the help of the palms. Allow the fingertips to drop down. towards the ground. With each inhale, push away from the ground, spine lengthens. With each exhale, walk the fingertips back. Start to turn the fingertips so they face in the opposite direction from the feet. And allow the palms to ground down close to the mat. This will allow the forehead to come close to the mat. And just staying here, moving into the body, working with the breath, with each inhale engaging, with each exhale softening through the skin. One more full inhalation and exhalation here. Slowly walking the fingertips forward. Fingertips come towards the hips. And inhaling, coming up again all the way. Turning to face forward. Half step forward. Past Volkanasana. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, fold. Once again, allow the fingertips to come close towards the ground. Inhale, spine lengthens. And exhale, fold. For a deeper stretch, walk the fingertips in the opposite direction as the front foot. And this will help to intensify the stretch along the entire muscle line from underneath your left thigh towards the heel. And just staying here. Inhaling, halfway lift. And exhaling, softening through the skin. Can you find a little bit of ease in this engagement? One more breath. Slowly walking the fingertips forward, bend through the left knee, step back to plank pose. 3 deep breaths in plank, working with the core, with the body. One more breath. Exhaling, softening through the skin. Preparing for half push-up, sliding the body forward, squeezing the arms close towards the body, bending the elbows, dipping the heart forward, and then lifting the knee one off the mat, chaturanga, exhaling, coming down. Roll the shoulders back, inhale, coming up, cobra. This time you can interlace the fingers behind the back, coming to a variation of locust pose, exhaling, coming down, inhaling, coming up, the strength of the arms. See if that allows the chest to open up a little bit more. One more inhalation and exhalation, softening. Inhaling deeply, exhaling, coming down. Pressing down firmly through the palms at the sides of the body, roll the shoulders back. Tuck the toes under, push back, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths in downward facing dog, grounding down through the heels, opening the chest towards the sky. One more full inhalation and exhalation here. Eye gaze forward towards the front of the mat now. You can jump or step forward if you like. Start to shift the weight forward. And when you're ready, taking a step forward or hopping forward. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, rising up all the way to the sky. Palms come together in heart center, Salamastitihi. Let's do the same on the other side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive. Press down. Inhale, halfway lift, heart rises. Exhale, huge step back with the left foot. Coming light on the fingertips, squaring the hips. Inhale, sweeping up, high lunge. Working with the body, drawing the leg into the socket, inhaling. Exhaling, coming into your deepest. With each inhale, engaging the arms. With each exhale, softening the shoulders. Exhaling very slowly and gently, settling the back foot. Turning it out 45 degrees. Warrior I. Squaring the hips, drawing the legs into the socket first. Pressing down through the arch of the back foot, squaring the hips, and bend through the front knee, arms reach up. Warrior I. Full inhalation and exhalation here. Moving to your deeper, softening through the skin. Inhaling and exhaling, opening up. Warrior II, Virabhadrasana 2. We're going to open the palms up first and then pronate the forearms. See how that engages the muscles in the body? Draw the arm bones into the sockets and eye gaze over your index fingers here. Allow the front knee to bend towards the little toe. Allow the arch of your left foot to press down towards the mat. One more breath here, moving to your deepest. Very slowly straighten the front leg, turning the entire body to face forward. Start to lean forward with the right palm, pressing down firmly on the right foot and the calf, squeezing the right calf and thigh. Opening up, Trikonasana. Leaning back. Feel the shoulder blades come together. Feel the heart open towards the sky. Feel the right fingertips come light on the calf muscle or maybe the ankle. One more breath here. Slowly inhaling, coming up. Now we're going to turn the feet parallel. We place the palms on top of the hips. Inhale, spine lengthens. And exhale, fold forward. Hinge from the hips. Gently the palms can touch down. Pushing away, inhale, heart rises. Exhaling, walking the palms towards the opposite direction of the feet, allowing the head to come close towards the mat. So if the spine is very, very far away from the mat, you can stay here, allowing the palms to come close. With each inhale, spine lengthens. With each exhale, try to push using the strength of the arms and allow the heart to move deeper. For those of you very close to tripod, try to walk the palms so that they are in line with the feet. Inhale, heart rises. Exhale, fold. Start to allow the head to come close, visualizing a triangle with the two palms at the base of the triangle and the head on top at the apex or the tip of the triangle. And just practice here, shifting your weight towards the palms and the head, coming onto the balls of the feet. Just finding that spot on the head where you feel like you can almost lift off. Maybe lifting the toes off the mat, floating them off, squeezing the arms in chaturanga arms, slowly coming back down. Slowly inhaling, halfway lift. Palms come onto the hips and inhale, come up all the way. Turning the right foot to face forward, taking a small step forward with the left foot, past Volkanasana. Inhale, spine lengthen, squaring the hips forward. Exhale, fold. Once again, once the palms are close towards the mat, allow them to ground down. Inhale, heart rises, and exhale, fold. Descend. Turning the palms to face in the opposite direction to intensify the stretch if you like. Working with the breath. Inhaling deeply through the nose and exhaling, softening through the skin. One more breath here. Slowly inhaling, heart rises, bending through the right knee, step back into plank. 3 deep breaths in plank pose. Working with the core. One more breath here. Knee comes down. Half push up. You know where this is going. Squeezing arm bones. Coming down. Almost there. Floating into chaturanga. And coming down all the way. Rolling the shoulders back, interlocking the fingers. Inhaling halfway lift, locust pose. And exhaling, coming down. Placing the palms at the sides of the body, tucking the toes under, pushing back, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths in downward facing dog. Allowing the heels to ground down, the tailbone to point up towards the sky, shining a light. Allowing each exhale to soften your skin, to release the shoulders. One more breath here. Eye gaze forward, shifting the weight forward, step or hop forward towards the front of the mat. Exhaling fold. Inhaling, rising up all the way to the sky. Palms come towards the heart center, Salmas Jitihi. Let's do the last flow this time, adding a little bit of movement and suppleness into the pose. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive, full forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, huge step back with the right foot this time. Inhale, rising up, high lunge. Now we're going to add a little bit of difficulty into the pose. We have strong foundation, we have softened through the skin. Now we're going to lift up the front heel and start to circle. Adding a little bit of hip stability into the pose. Engaging the front knee, front calf muscles, and the hip stabilizers. Very slowly now changing direction of the circling. One more breath. Coming into a still, grounding down through the front heel. Great work. And then opening up, Warrior I. Nice work. And now we're going to fold forward, bending and straighten. Bending, leading the heart forward and straightening. Once again, bending, leaning the heart forward and straightening one last time. Bending, leaning the heart forward and coming up, Warrior I. Nice work. Now we open up, Warrior II. We're going to add a little bit of movement here. Arms reach up, dancing in this warrior. Inhale, leaning forward. Exhale, leaning back. Inhale, leaning forward. Exhale, leaning back. Inhale, leaning forward. And exhale, leaning back. One last time. Inhale, leaning forward. And exhale, leaning back. Opening up, Warrior II. Straightening the front leg, moving into Trikonasana. Sliding forward with the left palm, opening up towards the sky. This time, we're going to allow the right palm to come down close towards where the left palm is and strum the heart. See if you can strum every single note of the heart, sliding it up, open the chest. Staying here, just a couple more times. Align the fingertips to open, shoulder blades to open towards the sky. One more breath. And inhaling, coming up. Great work. Turning the feet parallel. Inhale, spine lengthens. And exhale, we're going to fold forward this time. Now we're going to bend through the knees and slowly straighten them. Bending through the knees, straightening 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 them. One last time. Bend through the knees, allow the body to be close to the ground. And keeping the body close to the ground, straighten the legs to your maximum. Staying here. For those who want to attempt a tripod, feel free to stay here. Allow the forehead to ground down towards the mat. Start to shift the weight towards the forehead, coming light on the toes, maybe lifting the legs up towards the sky. Staying here.
Working with the breath, floating the legs up towards the sky, extending them up, squeezing the legs together. One more breath here, slowly dropping down with engagement. Inhale, halfway lift, heart rises. Allowing the palms to come close towards the hips and rise up all the way. Turning to face forward. Stepping the right foot in just a little bit. Inhale, spine lengthens. And exhale, fold. And here we're going to add a little bit of movement as well. Inhale, heart rises. Exhale, fold and lift the toes off the mat. Inhale, heart rises. Exhale, fold. One last time. Inhale, heart rises. Exhaling, fold and moving to your deepest. Working with the breath. Engaging the leg. One more full inhalation and exhalation. Walking the fingertips forward again, grounding down to the front foot, bending through the front knee, plant the palms down, step back into plank pose. Now we also add movement in the plank, just walking the plank, finding a little bit of fluidity in the plank. Staying here, one more full inhalation and exhalation. And very slowly, knees come down. Moving to half push-up, chaturanga, down all the way. Roll the shoulders back. Place the palms at the side. Lift up the chest. Cobra, your highest. And push back, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths in downward facing dog, working with the breath. Engaging the core. Softening through the skin. Rooting through the heels. With the next breath, eye gaze forward. Hopping forward to the front of the mat. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, rising up all the way to the sky. Palms come together, heart center, Samastiti. Let's do the same on the other side. Inhale, arms reach up all the way to the sky. Exhale, swan dive. Lead with the heart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, huge step back with the left foot this time. And inhale, rising up, high lunge pose. Staying here, working with the breath. And we're going to come on to the ball of the feet, lifting the heels. Coming again into the circles. Circling. Engaging the right calf muscles. And stabilizing the hip flexors. Changing the direction of the circles. One more full inhalation and exhalation here. Coming to a still, grounding down to the front heel. Opening up, Warrior I. Staying here. We're going to straighten the front leg and exhale, leaning forward. Straightening the front leg. Exhale, leaning forward, bending the knee. Straighten the front leg. Exhale, leaning forward. Straightening the front leg one last time. Exhale, leaning forward and inhale with the leg bent. Warrior I. Exhale, opening up. Warrior II. Keeping the strong alignment from before. Arms reach up. Inhale, we're leaning forward. Exhale, leaning back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, leaning back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, leaning back. One last time. Inhale, coming forward. And exhale, leaning back. Inhale, open up. Warrior II briefly. Straighten the front leg. Lead with the right palm. Come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Leaning and opening the heart towards the sky. Now we're going to strum the harp. Coming light onto the right fingertips. We're going to use the left fingertips to strum every single note of the harp. Opening the shoulders towards the sky. Peeling and opening the heart towards the sky. One more full inhalation and exhalation here. Inhaling, coming up. Great work. Turning the feet parallel. So no more tripod here. We're going to now interlock the fingers behind our palms. So I'm just going to show you what they look like. Interlocking the fingers like this. Opening the chest. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, fold. Wide-legged fall through. See if you can allow the palms to move, to help you to open, the shoulder blades to open, to bring the head closer towards the ground. With each inhale, spine lengthens. With each exhale, fall a little bit deeper into the pose. Working with the breath. Maybe the head comes close towards the ground. Maybe the palms even come close towards the ground. One more breath. Inhaling with the strength of the arms and the legs rising up. Turning the right foot to face forward. Short step forward. Past Volkanasana, releasing the arms. Palms come towards the hips. Inhale, spine lengthen, squaring the hips. Exhale, fold. Same variation we did just now. Inhale, heart rises. Exhale, fold and lift the toes off the mat. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, fold. One last time. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, fold to your deepest. Working with the body to your edge. One more breath. Slowly palms come forward, ground down to the front foot. Bend through the front knee, step back into plank. Starting to walk, bring fluidity into your plank pose. And releasing down all the way to the mat. Allow the cheek to come to one side on the mat. Almost ready for rest. Staying here with the body. With each inhalation, breathing in deeply through the nose. And with each exhalation, softening through the skin. See if you can find strength, softness, and also the quality of this suppleness in the body and in your breath. Very slowly, placing the palms to the side of the body, lifting the chest halfway up. We're going to come into Sphinx pose. Spreading the fingertips super wide. We're going to allow the shoulders to be right above where the elbows are, and the arms to be shoulder distance apart. You can allow the palms to just measure the distance of the elbows and then spread the fingertips super wide. Start to soften through the spine first, and then roll the shoulders back, melt the chest. Open the heart and maybe close your eyes. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. With each inhale, spine lengthens, opening the chest, the collarbones. With each exhale, softening through the skin. Release and allow the shoulders to drop down. Continue to press down firmly through the fingertips, especially the index fingers and the big thumbs. Tuning into the breath. Seeing if you can find a quality of suppleness in this breath. Opening through the chest. One more breath here. Very slowly with the next inhalation, opening the eyes. Start to shift the weight towards the right fingertips. Coming light on the left fingertips. We're going to bend through the left leg. Roll the shoulders back of the left palm and grab the inside of the thigh. Just staying here, coming to a thigh stretch. Opening the chest. Staying here. One more breath. Exhaling, releasing. Changing sides, coming stable on the left side. Shifting the weight, coming light on the right side. And then rotating the arm, grabbing the inside of the right foot, maybe the ankle. And pressing down. Just stretching the quadricep muscles of your right thigh. One more breath. Releasing the right side. Softening through the skin, allowing the palms to rest, allowing the palms to stack, and the forehead to rest on the top of the mat. Now we're going to come into Urdhva Dhanurasana pose. Bending through the knees. We're going to roll the shoulders back, just grabbing the outsides of the feet or the ankles. Exhaling, softening through the skin. Just allowing the feet to be close and the legs to be hip distance apart. Softening and releasing. And with the next inhalation, rising up. Start to kick the legs away from the chest. With each inhalation, spine lengthens. With each exhalation, soften through the skin. Staying here, walking with the breath. Inhaling, spine lengthens. Kicking the foot away from the palms. Broadening the chest, rolling the shoulders back. One more inhalation, rising to your highest. And exhalation, releasing completely, softening. Now turning your cheek to face the other side. Starting to roll onto the spine. Allow yourself to face sunny side up. Belly facing up towards the sky. Palms just at the side of the body. Just noticing the sensation of the body after that energizing back bend. Soften through the skin. We're just going to come into wind relieving pose. Flexing and straightening out the left leg. Flexing the left heel, grounding down through the left thigh. We're going to bend through the right knee. And as you exhale, bring the thigh close towards the side body. Staying here with each inhale, flattening the entire spine. With each exhale, bring the thigh closer to the right side of the body. One more breath. Slowly guiding the right knee towards the outside of the left thigh. Coming into a gentle twist. Opening the arms up towards the side. Staying here. With each inhale, spine lengthens. With each exhale, just twisting. Allowing the weight of the spine to twist open each vertebrae. If the knee doesn't come down completely onto the mat, that's totally fine. Just enjoying the sensation in this twist. One more breath. Inhaling, coming back. Straightening out the right leg. And just staying here very briefly, noticing the differences between the left and the right. Now grounding down through the right heel, flexing the right foot, straightening entire leg. We're going to bend through the left knee, and with each exhale, bring the knee close towards the left side of the body. Wind relieving pose. With each inhale, flex through the right heel, ground down to the entire spine. With each exhale, bring the thigh close towards the left side of the body, close towards your armpits. You want to massage your intestines. You want to twist and peel open. One more breath. And exhaling, using the right palm, guiding your left knee over towards your right side, coming into a twist. Feeling the spine peel open. Each vertebrae twist open. Blossoming open like the petals of a flower. Flipping open like the pages of a book. Spine, a book that tells the story of your life. One more breath here. Slowly inhaling, coming back up. Straightening out both legs now. Start to soften through the skin. Relaxing the heels, the arches of the feet. Balls of the feet. The toes, every single one of them. The ankles, the shin bones, the calf muscles. The knees, the thighs. Release control from the fingertips. Allow the backs of the palms to rest against the ground. The belly bearing witness to every inhalation and exhalation of your breath. Allow the rib cage to expand and contract very fluidly. Allow the strength which you have embodied this entire practice to now gently subside as the prevailing sense of softness consumes you. Feel supple to the skin. Every single cell starts to release. Slowly inviting awareness to come back into the body. Moving the toes, allowing the fingertips to dance. Gently with the next inhalation, stretching the arms over the head, like you woke up for the first time in the morning. And exhaling, gently releasing. Rolling over to your right side, resting on the right side of the body, allowing the bicep to form a pillow for your head to rest on. Staying on the inside of the body, the side that allows the heart to beat freely on the top. One more breath here. Very slowly, using the strength of the palms, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Coming back to the same position of restfulness, allowing the spine to stack from the crown of the head all the way to the sit bone. Backs of the palms to be on top of the knees. Very slowly, palms come together in the heart center. Strong, soft, and supple. Embody that strength, the quality of integrity, the softness, the kindness, compassion towards yourself and others, and the quality of suppleness, the sense of fluidity, of being adaptable in every changing moment. Gently bowing down towards the teacher within you. Namaste.
you enjoyed today's class. If you did, please do like and share with your friends. And if you have any questions or any feedback, feel free to email me or drop me a message on Facebook. See you next week.